Hi again, it's Erin Mack and welcome to Flip That Horse. In this episode we're going to teach our young filly how to get in and out of the trailer. Every horse is different. This one is particularly phobic about trailer loading. So these are the steps I use. Follow along and I'll show you how I do it. Alright, so the first thing I do is I always check and see where is our starting point. And by that I mean up to what point are they comfortable getting near the trailer. And you can see here, she wants nothing to do with it. I'm probably 15 or 20 feet from the trailer and she won't get anywhere close to it. She's completely wigged out. So she is an unusual case. She's very phobic of the trailer. I think she's only been in a trailer once and I'm sure it was a very unpleasant experience for her. So I'm going to keep working her and just making her go in circles and watch my body language. When she steps away from the trailer, I'm going to pick up my hands and I'm going to make a lot of noise like with my mouth. And then when she gets over near the trailer, watch my arms and my body language. I completely stop all my energy. I also stop making noise, which you can't hear me doing, but I'm making noises like and then I stop everything. And as you can see, she picks up right away on that and starts to calm down and get a little bit more curious about the trailer instead of afraid of the trailer. So I'm going to try and squeeze as much information as I can in this little 9-minute video, but essentially this entire thing from start to finish took a total of 2 hours, and you'll see just the highlights of what I've done here. I'm going to put the full thing on a DVD for people who are really interested to see step by step what happened, but for the purpose of this video I'm just going to show you the highlights. So basically I break the trailer loading into 3 zones. Inside the trailer is zone 1, the ramp is zone 2, and around the outside of the ramp is zone 3. Most horses are comfortable at zone 3. They'll walk up to the ramp, they might put a foot or two on it but not necessarily both feet. That's very normal. This filly was not even comfortable in zone 3. She was zone 4. That's one of the worst cases I've seen. So I've just continued to work with her, basically trying to make zone 3 a little bit less comfortable and zone 2 a little bit more comfortable. So what happens is when she stands on the ramp, I'm going to become very quiet with my body language, give her lots of pats. We're just going to hang out there so she gets the feeling that that's an okay place to be. Then if she decides to get scared or squirt out, I'm going to turn up the volume, I'm going to animate my body, I'm going to bring up the level of sort of energy until she steps back over to the ramp, zone 2. Then I'm going to instantly quiet my voice and my body, and bit by bit she becomes comfortable in zone 2. So that's what you're seeing here. We're just hanging out in zone 2. She's becoming very comfortable hanging out there. So now I'm going to go ahead and start asking her for a little bit more movement towards zone 1. So what I'm doing is now I'm going to start turning up the volume a little bit in zone 2 by moving my body. You can see there I'm picking up the energy. She can see me, and she decides that she does not want to go in. So she squirts out there and I immediately send her back up to zone 2 and then stop moving. So each time she squirrels out, I'll bring her back to zone 2. Now I'm going to start turning up the volume, my energy. I'm not even tapping her at this point with my lead rope. I'm just using my voice and my body energy. And she, right there, she gets a little squirrely, then she tries to cut left, I block her. And then we're back to zone 2. That's her comfort zone now, so I stop moving. Good girl. So I'll let her just take a little break there, and then I'll start to increase my body energy and my voice energy again and start asking her for a little bit more. There we go. So 2 feet into zone 1, and I'm letting her stop and relax. So now I want her to think zone 1 is the cool place to be and zone 2 is not so much fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up my energy a little bit more in zone 2. And here she's She's not sure what to do because she's still scared of going in, but she also doesn't like it when I bring energy up into my body. She knows she needs to do something. So now here I've just started tapping her a little bit with my long whip, and you can see she's putting her front foot in. That's very typical. And as soon as she starts putting her front foot in or moving in a forward direction, I stop tapping and I stop making noise. Good girl, and just let her relax and hang out there. So now I'm trying to make zone 2 a little bit less comfortable so that zone 1 becomes the comfort zone. So I'm going to keep just asking, tap, tap, good girl. So she goes forward, I stop tapping, stop making any noise, so she says, ah, peace and quiet. Maybe the trailer's not so bad. This entire process, like I said, took about 2 hours from start to finish. That's very typical. I haven't had any horse really that took longer than that the first day. I usually break it down into 2 days of 2-hour sessions each time. On the rare occasion, a horse will need a third session, but usually by the second session, they are trailer loading like a champ. So now I'm going to ask her again, step forward, tap, tap, tap. Zone 2 is becoming a little bit more annoying, and bring up my body energy, and she's like, I don't know, what should I do? I guess I'll go in here. Instantly I stop making noise, stop tapping, making zone 1 very peaceful. Now I'm going to ask her to back out. This is something a lot of people skip. Getting them in is not the whole goal. Getting them to go in and out on command is the goal. So I'm going to go ahead and ask her to back out, give her a pat because she did, and then I'm going to ask her to go back in. So I'll give her a little tap, tap, tap. Bring up my energy. There, I'm do my voice energy and the tapping, and she'll go back in. So learning to back out of the trailer is just as important as learning to go in the trailer. And trust me, I've had several horses who've come to me and they'll get on the trailer and they do not know how to back off, and they panic, and that's how they get hurt. They end up bolting backwards or trying to turn around in the trailer. So it's very important to teach them to back up as well. And my normal cue is I'll just give a little tug on their tail and say, and that's the cue to back off the trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and ask her to get back on. Tap, tap, tap. Go a little bit further. Good girl. And now she's pretty calm and relaxed in the trailer, and in between takes, which you don't see here, is I'm letting her stand in the trailer for longer and longer periods of time. So she's really getting used to it. She's quite calm and relaxed. She's doing a lot of licking and chewing and big sighs when she gets in there. So she's really getting a lot calmer about walking right in, and I'll give her a little tap if she doesn't go all the way in. Tap, tap, tap on the butt. She needs to step all the way in. And at this point, I am not going to do the butt bar or try and shut the door. That would be a huge mistake at this point. It's a mistake a lot of people make. I'll do that in our second session. So the first session is just all about getting in, backing out, getting in, backing out. That's it. I might go around and do a little rattling so the trailer can make some noise. They can get used to that, but I'm not going to try and close her in at this point. That's only going to get her afraid again, and I want her calm. So that's it for today. She did really well considering where we started from. I'm very pleased.